What it's like to be a billionaire in Africa. Africa is usually considered poor, but not everyone there is poor. There are a lot of wealthy, rich billionaires in Africa too, and they live a lavish lifestyle there. According to estimates, there are almost 22 billionaires in Africa, and more than 125,000 millionaires as well. Quite strange, right? Hello everyone and welcome to another video on our channel. In today's video, we'll be discussing what it's like to be a billionaire in Africa. Yeah, you heard it right, so let's get started with our video. Private equity founder Mr. De Silva is a new face of the opulent society growing in Africa's cities, despite widespread poverty. Like many of his countrymen, he's troubled by the disparity he seeks to bridge via social entrepreneurship. Mr. De Silva represents the successful new African with elegance, luxury, and wealth. He vacations in the Maldives and has houses in Kenya, South Africa, the US, and Sri Lanka. Across the continent, luxury has found a new home. According to New World Worth, a UK-based company, Africa has over 165,000 extremely affluent people with a total net wealth of around $660 billion. This represents around 28% of total personal wealth on the continent. From 2000 to 2013, Africa's ultra-wealthy expanded by almost 150%, compared to a global growth rate of 73%, following South Africa's lead were Egypt, Nigeria, and Kenya. The surge of dollar billionaires has not been limited to the traditional African economic titans. Millionaires doubled. Due to the catastrophic famine of 1984, Ethiopia has long been linked with Africa's evils. However, Ethiopia now has more millionaires than any other African country, one of the world's fastest 10 growing economies. Ethiopia's number of billionaires tripled from 1,300 in 2007 to 2,700 in 2014. As Africa's dollar billionaires grow, global luxury and fashion corporations are pushing into new markets. A few of the brands that have opened new stores in Africa in recent years are Porsche and Louis Vuitton. In comparison to more established regions in Europe and North America, Africa presents an exciting opportunity for these companies due to its dynamism and higher returns. Africa is the next frontier for growth and opportunity, with 1 billion young people and a $2 trillion economy forecast to quadruple by 2025. Africa is now producing money and the world is seeing opportunities, says Lyle White, president of the Gordon Institute of Business Science at the University of Pretoria. Michael Musée is supported by Emerging Africa Capital, a wealth management organization situated in Nairobi, Kenya. He says that African poverty persists, but the continent is developing. Many African billionaires have made their economy in lucrative businesses such as telecommunications, banking, retail, manufacturing, and commodities, which are very profitable. Equality for everyone seems to be slipping away from Europe. According to a report from the New World Wealth Report, people who make a lot of money are outnumbering people who make a lot of money from the middle class. It's becoming more and more difficult for people in Africa to get what they want. This is putting a cloud on the story of Africa rising. Africa has 1 in 10 people who live in a country that is one of the world's most unequal. He asks, does Africa have a bright future, or is the world in decline? It is clear that a growing, affluent class can afford lavish lifestyles, expensive goods, and business enterprises showing signs of wealth accumulation by wanting to invest their money. Private equity hedge funds and the capital markets are all popular investment vehicles for African millionaires. According to Musau, the rich have been motivated to give back a portion of their money through creating jobs and funding philanthropic causes. Mr. De Silva finds richness surrounded by poverty and inaction deliberately upsetting. His company's social branch offers free loans to new businesses. Riches versus philanthropy. African billionaires have followed in the footsteps of global billionaires like Bill Gates and established foundations to channel millions of dollars in charity. Aliko Dangote, the Nigerian creator of the Dangote Group, has made a $1.2 billion donation to the Dangote Foundation to fund education, health, and youth development. Patrice MOTSEPE, a $2.5 billion South African mining mogul, has pledged to donate at least half of his family's wealth to help impoverished and underprivileged South Africans. Despite the disparate realities in Africa, the global luxury and fashion business cannot ignore the region. According to BAIN & Company, the world's premier luxury goods consultancy, the sector has entered a new normal since main markets in Europe, Russia, and Americas, Japan, China, and the Asia Pacific are struggling, and only new markets can assure development. According to Euromonitor International, the combination of rapidly developing nations and youthful populations bodes well for the luxury industry in the next decade and beyond. A new generation of billionaires is expected to be created as a consequence of recent oil and gas discoveries in Africa, which will lead to an increase in the demand for luxury goods. However, countries like Nigeria, Angola, and South Sudan that strongly depend on a single resource, oil, are threatened by unpredictable prices like the present decrease. Africa's luxury market is valued at $4 billion, compared to the worldwide industry's $280 billion. African economies are likely to develop at a faster rate than those in the Middle East during the next decade. So that's all for today's video. Tell us in the comment section what you thought of the video. I hope that you found it interesting. If you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing for more, and don't forget to give us your comments and provide us with your valuable feedback. We'll see you in the next video with some more amazing, luxurious facts and stories. And until then, stay tuned.